I'm the Global Runner and I'm trying to see if I can still run fast aged 51. So far I've run a 16:01 5k, a 33:02 10k, and now the next step is trying to go under 2:30 in the marathon aged 51. Okay, Saturday, and we are continuing the quest for a ton of mileage. So I've got a gravel road that I run up, which you've seen in previous videos, where we go all the way up over Canmore. It takes us up to 5,000 feet. I think of it as Magnolia Road, and it's usually quite dusty, but it's been raining loads. So I'm gonna go up run there. I'll see how far I go. I need an average of about 18 miles a day this week. And so I think maybe I'll do 15, 16 miles today. So probably about 25 kilometers. And we'll see where that goes. I'm planning on doing a longer one tomorrow. So it doesn't have to be super long today. But when you've got a day like this, you really can't turn it down. Okay, this is funny, look, that's the road that I'm running up. So you can't really see the steepness of the hill here, but believe me, it's steep. Okay, we are at the top of the hill. That's Canmore down there. But look at this. This brings back memories for me. I used to spend summers spraying Roundup, if you can believe, with one of these. Oh man, I spent many a long summer day with this uncomfortable thing strapped to my back, full of what turns out to be poisonous chemicals. So that was a nice long run at about 5,000 feet of elevation on a gravel road, which is always good, although I had to endure this scene from Duel on the way back down. Nearly got thrown off the cliff by a semi there. And then in the afternoon, I don't ordinarily do this, but I wanted to hit some bigger mileage, so I went out for some super slow miles in the afternoon. You can see the heart rate was nice and low there. And then I finished the run off with a trip to one of my favourite parts of Canmore, which is the Candy Apple store. So I buy the apples with the chocolate and nuts on, and they didn't last very long. Sunday was long run day, and when you are doing a week of big mileage where you're trying to get 200 kilometers in the week, the long run is of course definitely long. We still haven't built up to the super long miles that I want to do. I really want to hit like 30 miles or more even in the build up to this in a single run. On this one though, we were looking at sort of 2.5 hours, looking to get somewhere near 35 to 38k, and I had some friends to run with, which is always good. So the first hour and a half went by really quickly, and in fact, one of my friends was looking to do a little bit of an effort in their last half hour of their 90-minute run. So my middle half hour in this run was a little bit faster, which was fine, I'm good with that. And then finally, I ended up running the last hour on my own. And that was a little bit of a grind, I'm not going to lie. I felt a lot more difficult than it should have been done on that one. And so I wasn't really happy with the fact that once I got past 20 miles, I usually feel really good. But on this one, I felt a little bit more tired than I wanted to. But that's okay. Not every run can be good. You've got to have the difficult runs to make the easy ones feel easy. And then I finished at the coffee shop. What a coincidence. Coffee shop. Okay, so done 22 miles, which is, I don't know, about 35, 36k. Happy with that. I stopped to get an iced latte, and it was like that scene from Love Actually when Rowan Atkinson, you know, the Mr. Bean actor, is taking ages over the present. It was a bit like that. The woman in front of me wanted a iced frappuccino, half sweet with whatever it was, but
bit of sugar-free honey or something. I didn't know you could get sugar-free honey. And I was like, I just want my iced latte. I'm desperate for it. Anyway, iced latte, great way to end the run. Okay, it's Monday. I'm on my second run of the day, and you know you're running big mileage when you have to stop at the ice cream stand for a chocolate covered banana. That is exactly what I need right now. Got about 5 miles left. Chocolate covered banana it is. Why have a gel when you can have a frozen banana? That's the real question. Tuesday, another run into work. The body's tolerating it. Like, obviously I feel tired, but I don't feel like super sore or anything like that. And I've done 75 miles, which is 120 kilometers in 4 days. So we're over halfway through, and I've done more mileage at this stage than I need to. So the next 3 days I can sort of just cruise, still keep the mileage high, see what comes. Definitely not looking to run myself into injury, obviously, but we're looking to push the body, and at the minute it's tolerating it, so let's keep going. What day is it even? It's Wednesday and it's early. I don't do early, I don't like early, but I haven't got much time today. I've got a truncated day because I am getting on a flight tonight to go to England, so I guess getting up early is helpful because it gets me on England time zone. So anyway, we're going to do more miles today, and then we're going to hit the physio, go and see Tyson, just get things looked at before I head to England for a couple of weeks. So that's the plan, just carry on bashing out the miles. Touch wood, the body is tolerating it. So let's get some miles done. Let's see if we can get 10 before breakfast. And all of a sudden, we are in England. Look at this. We've seen this boy before. He is the extremely young-looking runner. Unfortunately, he's the extremely injured runner today. So we're going to hopefully get him back to running in the next couple of weeks. But today, we're just going to do 22K to round it out to 200 kilometers for the week. So let's give that a go. Get some footage. Look at this. We are definitely not in Calgary anymore.
So there we have it, the 200 kilometre or 125 mile week, depending on which metric you prefer. Both of them are massive, and I'm really happy with this week. This is definitely the highest mileage week I've ever done. I remember doing 123 miles a few years ago. I think this is sort of what spurred me on. I looked at previous training, and it felt like while I was trying, I hadn't been trying as hard as I had in previous years. And I think there was a bit of fear with getting older that you just can't do this mileage anymore. But I feel like I've built it up sensibly. And I've done the 80 mile weeks, the 90 mile weeks, the 100 mile weeks, the 110. And then I backed off a bit. And so this week was super high mileage. And touch wood, the body is tolerating it. I didn't have any extreme soreness, and I felt strong from it. And I think part of it is you get the soreness from running too fast too early. And so by building up this mileage, and you can see there really weren't that many times when I ran extremely hard or extremely fast, like I did the 4x10 minutes on Tuesday evening. And there are a couple of times when I threw in a few session type bits. For example, on the Sunday run, I threw in a bit of tempo. But other than that, just kept it nice and slow, nice and easy. And I've got to feel the body feels like it's really coming round, and the body feels like it's stronger than ever and really fit. So at this stage, I'm very happy with where things are. And I'm going to take a week where I do slightly fewer miles, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the tempo. So I'll probably do some big sessions in there and hopefully some races. So we're going to spend a week in England doing some speed, some races, and see where we end up. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Please mash that like button, and I'll see you very soon.